Well, hello my YouTube friend and Happy New Year, because yes, indeed, this video is the first of the year and hopefully not the last. But you know me, my friends, the odds that this one would be the last are indeed really low. Yes, very, very low. It's always a pleasure for me to make those videos, not only because I receive new pieces, but you know me, for those of you who know actually, you know that a big part of that fun is to share with you guys. And this is kind of odd, you know, I've been collecting all kinds of things, and here I go ranting. I wanted to start with the review, but I don't know why. I'm always digressing. But whatever. Let's go with the with the tide. Yeah, I've been collecting for quite a while. All things. I mean, watches, motorcycles, knives, you name it. And you know, as I think that I've read that sometimes, a while ago, I read that, you know, psychologists, you know, they analyze that and they say, I mean, it's just something that they observed. They say that collecting evolves in a kind of cycles, you know, like, and they even, you know, measure those cycles, if I remember correctly, and it looks like the cycles are like 3 years. So basically, you don't stop, or you can't stop collecting something, but most of the time you're going to go back to that. But there are two, I mean, things interesting in that is that, first of all, you never stop collecting really when you're a collector, when you're a true collector. And second of all, the odds that you collect over a period of time repeatedly is kind of low, you know. And this is also what I've observed over the past years, because I've been, like I said, collecting a lot of things, but watches, for example, I mean, it's been a while. I mean, I bought this Rolex, but other than that, it's been a while since I haven't bought a watch, but I'm sure that I will go back to that. Motorcycle, I came back a little bit, but it's been a while since I haven't collected motorcycles, and it will go back again. You see, so it evolves in cycles. For knives, it has been the same, but the interesting thing is that over the 5 years, I would say, the past 5 years, it never stopped. And it never stopped. I mean, mainly, I'm pretty sure, mainly because of all those social media, YouTube, Instagram, and everything, and the shows, because of you guys, actually. And I'm pretty sure that if I'm continuing collecting with, I mean, relentlessly, after more than my usual cycle, I would say, it's certainly because of this extraordinary community. So this is why I not only appreciate getting the knife, but sharing with all of you guys and meeting with you at the shows, exchanging, and about exchange. Another digression. By all means, the video that I make are just a reflection of my mind about a knife, and it's a hobby. So, you know, it's not that often, but here and there I get some kind of aggressive comments. You know, it's really rare, but whatever. Those I rebuke them kind of aggressively too, because this is something that I don't understand. I mean, by all means, feel free. Feel free. I don't have to set you free. I mean, but I appreciate people being, I mean, disagreeing with me. That's the matter of a discussion, actually. But what I don't get is that since that all of that for me is a pure hobby, why being aggressive? And so, you know, agree with me, disagree with me, but let's make it civil, you know, and respectful, and that's all that matters. That's why I really appreciate that. It's because most of the time, you people are really kind, whether you're agreeing or disagreeing with me, and for that I also appreciate. And for the others, the thumbs down for no reason, or I mean, I don't care about the thumbs down, but please comment then and disagree with me through a discussion. So yeah, thank you so much for being the extraordinary community that you are. And now we're gonna start the review of this marvelous little knife. But you've got your own eyes. I mean, during my rants, I showed you that beauty, and I'm going to continue starting with the handle and then the blade, like usual. But a word of that, it's a knife coming from Brad Southard, and this one is kind of special because it has been done in a batch of 14, and I am the lucky owner of number 1 over the 14. So it's a batch. I've been talking to Brad on the phone. I thought it was some kind of mid-tech or something, but actually it's a pure custom that has been made over the course of 1 year for one dealer only, Mark Strauss for Knifeology. And Brad made those knives. I mean, those he called them the Hanan Persian. It is, I can consider that it's a bit of a Persian, but you know, the most important is the maker. So if he calls it a Persian it is. It is a kind of Persian, or a Bowie Persian, whatever. Sometimes the difference is really tiny, but it doesn't make any sense to discuss about that. So let's stop right now. So yeah, it's a pure custom, and he decided to make the perfect EDC because that's what it is. I mean, let's, you know, just right off the bat, let's say that this knife is an absolute perfect EDC. It's 7¼ inch overall length. The blade has to be tabbed under 3 inch. That's, look at that. I mean, it's just, I've got XL hand. It fits perfectly in the hand. The jimping is absolutely perfectly done, very nicely done, and very effective. You've got the guard of the flipper tab. This knife is made to be used, and I'm pretty sure that Brad had that in mind when he built it. So no fanciness, nothing crazy about it. I mean, it's slabs of titanium, some colors, some accents. We're going to talk about that because as usual with Brad, it can seem, you know, to be simple, but there is nothing simplistic about the way he's making knives. It's, to me, one of the most refined maker that I know of. And man, this blade is just fantastic. So, like I said, let's start with the handle. So you've got 2 chunks of titanium for the handle. Why? Probably because, just for the heck of it, just because he wanted to do this groove and some contouring, so he went for 2 chunks, big chunks of titanium. You cannot appreciate them, but really those are really, you know, for a small knife like that, those are really thick pieces of titanium. And of course, you needed that to do that groove, because look at that. That's the first work and the first obvious work of the knife. I mean, it pops instantly when you look at the knife. This humongous groove, look at that. I mean, it's really profound. And not only you have the groove, but you have those lines of holes. I mean, this is just a design, you know, just for the heck of the design. And through the holes, you see the blade. And this is really well done with this kind of bead blast finish. Perfectly done. I absolutely love that groove. And then you have the contouring, like Brad usually does on the edges here. Then you have this kind of, you know, meaning jimping, whatever you want to call it, here on the back that serves absolutely no purpose, but it's just beautiful. Just like the groove here. It serves no purpose here, but it's just beautiful. It's a piece, I mean, it's a way for the maker, as usual, to express his craft. On the other side, you have the relief cut. I mean, look at this relief cut. You can appreciate here the thickness of the slabs of titanium. Again, you have the contouring here, so it's not that obvious, but believe me, look at that. I mean, you don't have to believe me. Look at that here. It's a really, look at the cut that you have. It's really profound. And here also on the cut, you have some kind of nice lines in order to be not just a cut, you know. The clip, as usual, hold with 1 screw, but perfectly inserted, very functional, holds perfectly in the pocket, quite deep in the pocket, but just what I need it to be, you know. No extra holes for the lanyard. For those of you who like it, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that you can put your lanyard through the standoff here, and it won't get in contact with the blade. I'm pretty sure that it won't. So yeah, you can use that as a kind of lanyard hold for yeah, whatever. Also here you have the pivot color that are a little bit faded on this one. Here is more vivid. It's not flush, but I like the custom pivot that you have here. Yeah, it's not flush as, you know, the other one that I have, the manual knife that I have from him, but it's really perfectly done. Again, that knife is made for one purpose, which is to be used as an EDC. So very nice work on the handle. Now it's a flipper, very nice jimping here, perfectly located with the center of the pivot. So the tab is really functional, and man, it's not really, I like those square, you know, tab. I don't like the bold big one and everything, and it could be even smaller than that. It would be really functional, like, you know, the low profile flipper tab made by master Bob Terzola. So it flips, and you have here also this, you know, this place here to put your index, and it can be, you know, a light switch it or a push push flipper. It doesn't work that good. I mean, this one is really designed to be a light switch, and the action is incredible. I never push flip my knife. That's yeah, it works also, but honestly, this is done really for your finger to be, you know, to be set in that position, and boom, and it fires like a rocket. Really, the detent is really extremely strong. You cannot break it. Centering is spot on, as you can expect from Brad. Look at the tight tolerance that you have here. Look at this view here. I mean, here the tolerance is incredible. Here a little less, because I guess it's on bearings, so you have to set some space for the balls, but here the tolerances are just beautiful. I mean, great. I love this view of the knife. Engagement, secured and early. Absolutely no stickness, and a kind of groove here to access the lock bar. Absolutely no stickness, and it is, I mean, rock solid. Very nice. Here the detent, boom, it's sucked inside. One of the best action in Brad's knives, actually. You know, I have the two others that I really like, but I would say that this one has probably the best action. And I wanted to have a flipper from him. I have a flipper, but a very dressy piece it's a Hanan, actually, a mini Hanan that I don't really use. I mean, it's a showpiece. And the other one is a manual, but I wanted to have an EDC flipper from Brad, and man, am I happy with that. Then you have the shape of this knife that is just absolutely insane. You know me, I like curvatures and I like Persians, and this one is exactly what I like about the shape. I mean, it's just such a beautiful design-wise. I would argue, really honestly, that this is probably my best design from Brad. I mean, hands down, my best design. I'd love him to make a dressy piece of that. I mean, look at this beautiful blade. The hand rub is exquisite as usual. I love this swedge. I mean, it's a Persian, like, of course it is. Very nice swedge here. Very nice jimping. I mean, I could live without, as usual, the logo, or the fact that it's XHP, but whatever. I mean, to me, having a knife like that, it's a knife that will stay in the pocket, that I can contemplate. I'm absolutely pleased with that knife. Very pleased, and it's smooth as hell. Not smooth. I mean, smooth like I like them to be. You know, like it doesn't fall with his own weight, and I hate that actually. If anything, it's dangerous, but it's smooth. Look. Oh man, there is absolutely no resistance. Oh, yeah, the action is absolutely from another planet. And the grind is really nice. Absolutely no bump overall. Man, what you can expect from Brad. Kind of jeweling inside the handle, you cannot appreciate here. I would have to get a light. But kind of, it's not really jeweling, but you have kind of, yeah, let's call it jeweling, you know, because we're heading to the 15 minutes, and I want to end this video with some sense. A little bit, kind of front choil here. even with my big fingers, I mean, it works, you know, for small cutting task. You can use it for, you won't be cut here if you use that little choil. Overall, a very, very effective and very functional knife. And we are heading to the 15 minutes, so bye-bye.